Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. First off, I love shawls. I love making them, gifting them, donating them, and I just keep going. So I do have a bit of a stash right now. The other thing I like to do is make granny squares, and that's in part because I'm relearning crochet effectively. I learned as a child and then did so little over the years that I lost a lot of my skills. So when I pick up secondhand yarn, often there's not enough for big projects. So making granny squares is a great option, because when I make enough in, coordinating colors, I could create a blanket. And so I just keep going. I've got over 100 probably at this point. This is a project bag that is spilling out with granny squares. I find it very relaxing to make them. I even enjoy weaving in ends. So these are a good example of yarns that I've picked up. And these colors go well together. And that'll be a blanket one day soon. And the other squares that I've made, probably about 30 of so far, is this. I found the pattern at Jolie Knots. It's called the Boho Floral Star. Beautiful pattern. So, speaking of granny squares, that makes me think of granny clusters and granny stripes. And I'd always wanted to make a granny stripe blanket. I find such warmth in that traditional folksiness of this sort of blanket. And I found that when I was making it, and I did this largely from secondhand yarns, that I just went on all these little journeys. With the orange and the rust, I reminisced about the 70s. And then the earlier part of the 80s with these bright blues and turquoise. And then in here somewhere there's dusty rose and forest green. So I revisited the later 80s and into the 90s. I took a trip to the beach with the sand and the blue. These sorts of blankets are like an impressionist's painting. I find them sort of sparkly and magical. I've started another one, but I left that in the living room. And the other blanket I've made so far is the Lizzie blanket from Ophelia Talks' Lizzie Cal. And this was a whole lot of fun. It's a gorgeous blanket. Anya sells the yarn packs. They are now a permanent fixture in their shop. Beautiful. Now, there's a neat story to this blanket. Anya loves a particular movie version of Pride and Prejudice, and she was inspired by the colors that she saw throughout the movie and matched up yarn to the colors. So take care, everyone, and bye for now.